Hello, 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 and welcome back to FPL with Old Man Phil. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the bell and all that, and help the channel to grow. And follow along as we explore this FPL season 2021-22. And if you are watching this, then I assume that you are a football fan. So why not check out our FM22 save, where we're attempting to take Newport from rags to riches. Or we might even just get sacked. But let's take a quick look at how we got on in FPL in game week 15. Well, we haven't had two of the best game weeks ever. In fact, they've been pretty poor, and last game week was no different, where we just managed 43 points. Very disappointing, but that gave us a game week rank of 4.3 million and an overall score of 936, a little lower than I wanted, but still okay. That gives us an overall rank of 300,000. Now we're still on course, I believe, if we can sort some things out, to be around 200 to 250k at Christmas. In terms of the team on the pitch, it was an absolute disaster this week, and what's really upsetting is, having invested all that money in the defence, they've now fallen apart. Arsenal I was expecting a lot more of against Everton, but they failed to do anything for me. Alexander-Arnold was the only one, in fact, in defence who actually managed to actually do more than get a blank. Jota he's a must own for me, but unfortunately he either gets a hatful or he's terrible, and last week he was terrible. Salah got an assist as captain, not enough for the captaincy, and Rafinha jumped in with an assist. But the real problem is up front, where my forwards have been an absolute disaster, and I've lost faith in all of them, to be quite honest. Kane has to go. Antonio was on his way out, but his fixtures warrant that he stays a little while. Tony has COVID, and he is not doing it for me at the moment either. And I think everybody is having this problem with their forwards. And so when I check out my team on the field for next week, this is the first game week for a long time where I haven't actually gone into the game week feeling really happy about the team selected. I'm pretty sure my defense is okay, and that eventually they will start getting me returns again. And in midfield, I still believe that there's plenty of points to be bagged in midfield. I've also brought Bowen in already, just in case his price went up. It's up top that I'm not feeling comfortable, and I have to now seriously look at issues of form, and most importantly, an issue of what formation do I want to go towards Christmas with, because it's a bit haphazard at the moment, and I need to make a choice on what formation I'm going to use. Now, I could use 4-4-2, 5-4-1, 4-5-1, or a 3-5-2, but to be honest, I'm not really that comfortable with just one forward up top. Now, I can't believe that the forwards are not going to score any more goals until the rest of the season, so I'd like to have the option to have two forwards up top, and I'm not too happy about letting Antonio go yet. It's the other two, Kane and Tony, that really need to go. So I have to think about what are my options. But first, let's look at the top 5 strikers by price. Well, Ronaldo, the most expensive, has form of 5, and he's followed by Kane, the next most expensive, and his form is only 2. Lukaku comes in at 0.8. Now, I know Lukaku has been injured, but when he has come on as a substitute, the team actually, I think, they just don't know how to deal with him being there anymore, and they're going to have to relearn how to play with Lukaku on the pitch. And Lukaku looked like he was lost, in terms of his body language and his facial expression. He just didn't feel like he fit in at the moment. And then, of course, the next expensive is Vardy, and his form is 4.2, a little better, but oh my goodness me, he's either bagging lots of goals, or he can then go for weeks, maybe months without scoring, and it looks like he's gone into one of those phases at the moment. And then we have Aubameyang, who's the next most expensive, surprisingly, and his form is just 1.5, and he has been so poor since the beginning of the season, and it's very difficult to, apart from Ronaldo maybe, to think that any of these could warrant a place. The top 5 strikers, none of them possibly warrant a place in your team. Now, if we look at the top 5 strikers by form, it's a completely different picture. You've got Dennis of Watford on 8.8, Watkins, Aston Villa 5.2, Wilson, Newcastle 5.2, Adams of Southampton 5.2, and Mope at Brighton on form of 5. Now, there's only 2 of those that actually cost more than 7 million, and that's Watkins and Wilson. However, their fixtures are not looking that great. So we really do have a forward dilemma. And that's why I think that the real answer to my problems, and maybe to other people's problems, is to decide on a formation. And I think it would be prudent to play 2 up top, not just 1. And I think that this dilemma that we're having will sort itself out. It just needs a solid formation and just picking the right strikers. And I have come up with a plan that will hopefully help me sort that out. And it's the same for all of us. I think the key is to decide on a formation. So, what's the plan? Well, it's problematical in that I have already used one of my 2 free transfers, having brought Bowen in for Rafinha. I wanted Bowen in my team from this game week for a long time, and he's in now. So I only have 1 free transfer left. However, the switch from Kane to Ronaldo is not possible without switching Tony to either Dennis or King. So I don't know whether to just let Kane run for this week and see if he can do something, just give him 1 more game week, or just to take a 4-point hit and bring Ronaldo and Dennis in. Fixtures for those 2 are much more favourable than they are for Kane and for Tony, and Tony won't play because he has COVID. And that will allow me then to slip into my 4-4-2 formation, and also, if necessary, I can play 3 up top. If Dennis or King's fixtures are good enough, then we can go to a 3-4-3 or a different formation. But by prioritizing a 4-4-2, I will have Ronaldo and Antonio up top constantly, and Dennis will sit on the bench and be a very good replacement on the bench. And then that gives me the option to play around a little bit with my midfield. I don't want to change the defense. I think they will come good in the end. And I think I've got to decide on a formation and stick to it. And I think probably by the end of the weekend, I will have taken the 4-point hit to get Ronaldo and either Dennis or King in. I haven't made my mind up completely yet. And that's it for this video. If you liked the video, go and give us a big thumbs up, and you do these things to help the channel grow. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and do all that stuff, so that you can follow along as we go through this FPL season 21-22. And why not check out the FM22 save we're doing with Newport County. It's been a lot of fun. It's a bit of a roller coaster ride, but we are having a good time on that part of the channel. And all that remains to say now is a team will be selected shortly, and then it will be over to Lady Luck. Good luck to everybody in FPL. I hope you have a great game week, and I hope you have a lovely green arrow. I'm hoping for a little bit more success myself this week after 2 pretty poor game weeks. So good luck to everybody. And I'll see you in next week when we give you the results of game week 16.